Welcome back to the Success Train with Joshua Sevier. If you found these videos helpful in any way, please like them and find someone to share them with. Today, we're going to discuss overcoming objections. What does overcoming objections mean? What is the cause of objections? And then I'm going to leave you with some keys so you can expertly overcome the next objection you are faced with. Now, expertly overcoming objections, that requires us having just a small knowledge of human psychology, and we're going to weave a little bit of that into the discussion we're going to have here. So let's get to it. Now, the definition of overcome, it means it's to get the better of with difficulty or after a hard struggle. So the word itself means that it's going to be a difficult task. So we have to prepare, we have to be ready. Now, an objection is based on fear. Fear is an emotion that drives us to do strange things sometimes. Now, we need to understand this a little bit. So just think of something that you're afraid of, whatever it might be, and then think of the last person, that person that tried to get you to face that fear. They tell us things like, there's nothing to be afraid of. It's not real. I'll be with you. You'll be fine. Look at those people. They're doing it. You'll be just fine. And what they're trying to do to you is use logic to get you to overcome a very powerful emotion, which is fear. And it doesn't normally work. So we're going to avoid doing that, and I'm going to give you a structure in a way that you can expertly overcome emotions, using more powerful emotions. So someone gives you an emotion, or someone gives you an objection, Step one, it's a 4-step process that you're going to use to help you overcome their objection. So step one is acknowledge and appreciate. Acknowledge that they shared something that they were afraid of with you, and appreciate them for doing it. Hey, Johnny, I really appreciate you sharing that with me. And you know what? You're not the only person that feels that way. I get many people that talk to me about that, and at times I've felt that way myself. It puts them at ease. It lets them know they're not the only person. Makes them feel good. All right, step two is defend their position. We want to make them defend their position. So we could say a statement such as, hey, Johnny, so I'm glad you shared that with me. Can you just explain that to me? Explain why you feel that way? That way I could better understand your position or better understand where you're coming from. You word it however you want. But you want to get them opening up to talk about that objection, that thing that they're afraid of. Openly share with you. Where'd that come from? What's causing it? Right? It's the information that you need. Now, step 3 is we're going to create emotions. And we do that by asking questions. So again, you're going to ask questions using a line of questioning, a structure of questions to help draw information. And then you're going to say things such as, how does that make you feel? What do you think about that? And those are the questions that are going to start creating this emotion that we need. And then we close. Close is going back through the steps using the new information that we gathered. Now, one big objection that people are facing today is the coronavirus, COVID-19. People don't want to get sick, understandably so. So I've been asked before, how do we do that? So the line of questioning that I would walk through myself is if someone says, I don't want to get COVID-19, I don't want to get sick. I let them know I appreciate it. I acknowledge them for sharing it. And, they're not the only person that feels that way. I've felt that way myself. I'd ask them to explain why and defend their position. And then I'd ask them some questions. Johnny, have you been to the grocery store since the pandemic? Have you been out to eat? Have you been out doing anything else? Do you see people working there? What do you think about those people? Do you see them as heroes? Why? Do you think they're brave? Why? What did we think, what did American people think about the checkers at the grocery stands and the baggers at the grocery stands and the restaurant workers and the Uber drivers that deliver food? What did we think about those people before the pandemic? And we didn't think much of them, did we? And now we see them as what? Yeah, isn't that a good way to be seen? Wouldn't you like to be seen that way? Wouldn't you like to be seen as someone who will overcome fears and challenges? How would that make you feel? And you go into that line of questioning right there. How would it feel if people know that you're someone that's going to face any fear and any challenge, that's going to do what it takes to have success? That's the direction that we go with it. And they say, John, I can tell you're the kind of person that's not going to let fear stop them from high levels of success. So are you ready to stand with us and with those brave men and women that have kept this country going? So it may not be the exact way. You may not use it the exact way, and that's fine. But use the structure, use the line of questioning, and use those to help you create the emotion that's required. Because if their fear level is here, we need to create a fear level that is here, that trumps their fear level. That way they're like, oh, I'm more afraid of this because I don't join than this, right? Or if their fear level is here, we need to create a powerful, positive emotion that's greater than this. And questions and asking, imagine, how do you feel? That's how it's done. So I want to leave you with some tips, things that we should not do during this process. Is never become offended by someone else's position. Regardless of how outlandish or degrading or disrespectful it might be in our minds, right? Don't let their opinions offend you, because if you get offended, it will change the demeanor, it will change your tonality, everything about you, and then the sale is gone. Right? Let's avoid telling people I understand how you feel unless you really understand how they feel. And you've heard that many times. So only say I understand how you feel if you really truly have been through a situation extremely similar to theirs. Right? Let people know how you feel. If they're sharing something with you and they're opening their heart, open yours up a little bit too. Hey, I really appreciate that. I acknowledge that you said that, and I want to let you know, man, you're a good person. You got a big heart, and I really respect you. Something like that. And then just care. If you care about the person sitting across from you, you're going to have empathy and you're going to be sincere automatically. So in your mind, position your mind where you care about the person sitting across from you. And when you legitimately care, like when you honestly care about someone, you're going to do a lot better, and you're going to try a lot harder, and you're going to close a lot more sales. So I hope you enjoyed this video. What I got a request for you, if you have any objections that you face, that you're just unsure the direction to go, the line of questioning to ask, how to create these emotions, just message me. I'll go through, I'll create questions, and would want to make a series of this to continue making videos of just different objections, how to overcome them, until we all get comfortable with the line of questioning and the way to go through the structure. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something today. Please like the video. Let's share it with a few people that can use this. And I hope you have yourself a fantastic day.